And we're live. What's up, everybody? You know who it is. It's your boy, Big Tank Hank. Today, you can call me Mr. 1000. All right, how we doing today? How we doing today?
Good, good. How you doing? Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all see who it is. It's Carlos. It's in the house. Raw Fish Aquatics. My
How
brother,
you
my
doing?
brother. Good, man. I'm good. I'm glad I got you in here. Glad I got you in here, man, because, we're going to talk some fish today. Because
Okay.
when I have fish people, especially, I'm all about the live bearers, man. I can
Oh
get
yeah.
my fish on. I can get my fish on then, A lot of times I'm all over the place, but, hey, we can get that fish on today. Uh-oh, they falling up in the chat. Let's see who all we got here. Uh-oh. A7 Films, welcome. Lee Wilcox, Pond Predator Nation. Dead Fred is in the house. Still in you.
What's up, Dead Fred?
Still in you. Tank Top Tropics. Texas Fish Room, welcome, welcome, welcome. What else we got? Minister Brandon, how do? Hi, lady.
I see
Hello,
Luke.
ma'am. You
Father
change your
Fish
name?
is here.
Holly's Heaven. Monster Fish Gal, how do?
Melvin.
What's it? HSIF Moore, hello. Bowl Mama. Fisher Aquatics. Pepper Aquatics, hello. Chubby Guppy, what's going on? Been a minute. Greg the Guppy Guy, Basin Genetics. Terry's Tropical Tanks, welcome y'all. Melvin, BJ Palmer, thank y'all for coming in. Pond Predator Nation, manes, tail, furs, and fins, what's going on? Chalupa, no tomatoes, hello. Skipper's Aquarium.
How you doing, Skipper?
Father Fish, how do, sir? How do? Welcome in. One Dirty Platty. Geek Boy. We got a full house today. John Larson.
Oh, it
Chevy
sounds
Fish.
like it.
Chevy Fish. I hate stupid people. What's going on? Paul C.
How's it doing? Hi, hey.
Fat Man Aquatics. They rolling in. Swampy Acres. Xana Doo and Patty. Hey, thank y'all for falling through. Here tonight. We got Mr. Carlos in there. Mr. Carlos, give them. I know they know you. Big J, what's going on? I see you rolling in. I know they know you, but there's going to be a few people on here that may not. Give a brief little introduction of yourself, where you're from, small background, how you got started in the fish game. Then we're going to roll into this thing.
Well, for the people that don't know me, my name's Carlos. I have a channel called Royal Fish Aquatic. You can always find me on Instagram too, and Facebook. Been doing the YouTube thing and breeding and showing my stuff on YouTube for about 5 years now, going on 5 years. But always been into fish, always been into animals since I was a little kid, and now turned my hobby into a business. I have my website and I do a little bit of wholesaling and retailing and a lot of breeding.
Okay. We got, T and Aqua. My God, they still coming. That's a good problem to have too, right?
Oh yeah.
Y'all. Hello. Big J, Peplin's Creek. All right, glad to see y'all. So I pulled up on this side, but we still good over here. So let the people know what fish that you're dealing with right now in your fish room.
In the fish room right now, I got a couple different lines of swordtails, some black Berlins, some jet blacks, some alpha swordtails, some mix, red velvets and red wags. Working on a couple new lines of guppies. I actually got some Japanese blues right here that I'm working with. Trying to grow these colonies, the Japanese blue leer-tail guppies.
Okay.
I got some green cobras right over here. And on the other side, I got some black Moscow guppies I'm working with, plus my mixed guppies. Some Dalmatian mollies, some Dumbo mosaic guppies, a mixed colony of platies right now. Got some koi, got some goldfish, got some blue jaguar hybrids. My hybrid project that I've been working with, crossing a jaguar with a Jack Dempsey.
Okay, okay.
And start working on getting the blue out of that. A whole bunch of bettas. Got some regular half moon placots, got some koi placots, got some koi crown tails. I got some regular crown tails, some double half moon. I got a veil tail pair. Wow, hold on. So much. Oh man, I'm probably forgetting a whole bunch. I mean, I got some tetras right now too, some rasboras working with. About 80 tanks right now running, and hopefully be adding another 30 pretty soon.
Man, you said 80?
Right now I'm running 80 in the garage.
Ooh, man. You trying to get me in trouble, man. Hey, y'all here though. Better, he got Better Central over there. For them better lovers, he got Better Central going on over there. Holla at him. Hey,
mainly the placots. I like the placots. I think they're a little bit bulkier. I like the bulkiness on them. Not even they're pretty, but they're bulky, pretty better. And that's what I want to work more with is the placots and create my own line of half suns, which is breeding a placot with a crown tail, and you get the half sun better, which it almost looks like a crown tail, but not all the way if you've never seen a half sun, but they still keep that bulky body from the placot.
Okay.
Blue Jaguar, is that like an electric blue Jack Dempsey with a Jaguar? No, I'm not using the electric blue because the electric blue is still somewhat of our young strain of the Jack Dempseys.
And unstable, slightly unstable.
So what I'm working with is actually a buddy of mine actually did the first breeding, and gave me the babies to keep on the project. But it was a regular Jack Dempsey with a regular Jaguar, and now selectively breeding we're gonna be running only keeping the ones with the most blue shimmer on them, and keep selectively breeding until we could get like a nice bluish goldish looking Jaguar. That's what I would like to do. Would it happen? I don't know. Hey, but it doesn't hurt to try, you know.
Right. Have you got your hands on some of the gold-based Jaguar?
Oh yeah, I used to keep them. I used to have one. It's funny. My first Jaguar, I didn't even know what I had. We put this little tiny cichlid that we found from the pet store. I just thought it was cool. Grabbed them, put them in my 55, and I had live bears. I mainly had mollies and platies and a few swordtails in there. No, nothing happened.
Oh,
he grew up. He grew up to be huge.
Ooh.
And did not eat a fish in there.
Okay, because he grew up with them.
He grew up with them, and it worked. It worked.
Oh, hey, you know the picture I had in my head when you said it. Oh man, that's cool, man. That's cool. That is very cool.
Yeah, he grew
I
up
don't think I'd try it, but that's very cool.
What air are you running, Royal? I am running a little low-cost piston pump that I got off the internet. I can't even remember what it was. And I'm actually running 1.5-inch pipe because my piping up there that you can see up there is 1.5 inches. Is big piping, and I thought it wouldn't work for my fish room because I was going to be running 80 tanks off of it. But that little pump keeps the pressure just right. I'm talking about everything's on low, or this place be running. So it works. It's working for me. And I did it with stuff that I found. I found PVC pipe. I'm that type of person, you know. 90% of my tanks I found on the side of the road. I've done videos before on how to get tanks at no money, you know.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I wanted to do was build my fish room the cheapest way that I can, but don't be, you know, but don't make it look cheap. You know what I mean? Like I was just trying to find tanks. If I could find tanks for free and everything, you may have to reseal them or just check them, whatever. I did that, and then, you know, started building my racks, bought my pumps, and just start setting it up. And now, hopefully, I could set up my last row at the end of the garage and be running about 110, 120 tanks.
Ooh, I'm still tripping. I'm still tripping. I hate stupid people. Man, do you have any?
Go ahead.
Short strain fins, or I mean, short strains of guppies instead of fancy larger tails?
Yes, I do. Right now, not available but for a while, I was doing the red flamingo guppies, which don't have the big tail on them and everything. They're shorter tail guppy. But I'm just building up the colony again on those guys. But yeah, sometimes I do be having the red flamingos, and they have the shorter tail on them. Oh, we got somebody from England.
Mr. Wilcox. All right, Lee. Thank you, man. If you're still in here right now, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you for staying up just long enough to lean in the door. Thank you. Thank you very much. I saw on two different channels. It was Dovi Jaguar Cross males today on two different stations. Not stations, two different channels. One particular one, it was Jaguar patterning with a not a strong gold base, but slight gold base. But it was a Dovi, it was a all Dovi body. Like you could tell, you know, that it was Dovi off top. But with the coloration of a Jaguar. Looked pretty cool. Very interesting.
That does sound pretty cool. I know a lot of people are, you know, starting to experiment more on hybrids right now. It's starting to become a pretty popular thing, experimenting with hybrids.
Yeah, I guess they say they don't want the Orient to be having total control of that. You know, if you could do it over here.
Now, what you think about the convict hybrid? Skipper. Since you got some convict, what you think about the polar blues, the convict hybrid that's pretty popular right now?
I really do like the polar blues. I do. It's the what stopped me from buying them is the pudginess, you know, of the Parrot. Like, you know, it kind of, you know, I'm not quite comfortable. I like to look at them, but I can't pull the trigger on them.
Now, have you seen the ones that people are crossing back into convicts and they're not as puffy?
I haven't.
Yeah, people have been bringing them back into convicts and they're not as puffy anymore. And then you have other people bring them back into Parrot and making them more bigger and puffier.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't like that direction. But yeah, I need to see the slimmer ones though. I really do. Jay Oliver said he's breeding the crap out of polar blues. He's got a couple of hundred.
Who does?
Jay Oliver, the Guppy Whisperer.
Oh, you got a couple hundred. Send me a message. I might take some off your hands.
Right. Jay, man, I've been missing your unboxings, man. Hey, he'll unbox some guppies for an hour, man. And I'll be sitting there watching. Sitting there watching, yes, dreaming. Look, dreaming. Oh. The convicts, the convicts breed easily, so he tries to avoid babies. Hello, Mary Page. How do? Patrick Hardy, how do? And Jay Oliver, welcome in. Forgot to tell you that. Fish Snatcher, I see you.
What's up, Fish Snatcher?
I just left him over there on his stream. Yeah, Fat Man Aquatics. I don't know. It's just because I wouldn't be able to do the parrot. The parrots just like they are. I wouldn't be able to do them at all. I just couldn't. Like short bodies.
Now, what type of convict is it that you have? Just a regular?
Just the regular standard gray with the black stripes, and the female, you know, with the orange belly. She's got a little blue on though. Around the tailish area, she's got a little blue, and her belly is orange. What is They're about 2.5 inches now. What size is breeding size for them?
Oh, they'll start breeding for you pretty soon. 2.5, 3 inches, yeah, they'll start breeding for you pretty soon.
Because I got a pair, and I started out had the female for a while, and then I saw this male at my local fish store, and I was like, man, you know, he's pretty decent. He had the strong, his dots down the center of his body was real strong, you know. And I was like, well, let me get him, take him to the house, and they like took to each other like quickly, you know, like they've always been there together. So.
Love at first sight.
20 long down there. Yeah, it was crazy because I started out with her with a male. See, she was a little bigger than the male that she came here with. I mean, he ended up dying. I don't know if she beat him up and he died, or it was just, you know, something wrong with him. He just ended up dying. When I put this male in there, because she didn't like him. She didn't like him at all. I put this male in there, and she was like, where have you been?
Hey, it happens sometimes with fish. Sometimes they reject each other. People think that just because a male and a female, you put them in a tank, they're gonna breed, and sometimes they don't. It don't happen.
Yeah, no, it wasn't happening. It wasn't happening with him. Not at all.
My polar blues, I got a pair of polar blues in a tank together, and they bred one time. She threw eggs, he fertilized them, and then he attacked her and ate her eye, and they never bred since. Now they don't even like being.
Like both of them?
No, just one of them. So now she only has one eye.
Trying to find out how do I get this off the screen? Is it stuck on there? Oh, there we go. All right. Thank you, Foxy. Thank you. Monster Fish Gal say, when will the Jags be ready?
Jags be ready? Oh, that's about a 2-3 year project. That's selectively breeding a few generations before, because I don't like when people just breed 2 fish together real quick and call it a strain. Just because I put this and this strain. No, it's not a strain.
No.
And that takes me back to my days when I used to keep dogs and everything, and I bred dogs and everything. So I understand pedigree and selectively breeding for genetics and everything too. So with this process, it's going to be very selectively picking my breeders and then grabbing those babies and deciding at what point I'm going to breed back into Jaguar and what point I'm going to breed back into Jack Dempsey's again. Because sooner or later, I have to breed back into those, because if I just keep inbreeding, all I'm going to do is create a inbred retarded fish, you know? So you really have, when you try to create a strain, you really have to take your time, and it takes years to create a good strain of fish.
Yep, most definitely.
Hit the bloody like button, everyone.
He says, do it now. Heard it. Oh. John Larson says F6 might start to get close to that. That's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
What we got?
We're going to be waiting for one of those guys. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. Let's talk about, because see, this is my own selfish question, since we had to go live.
Uh-huh.
The farm, the fish farm.
Yes.
Are you planning on doing your at home, your garage, and also working just as much in that? Or is that just like it's a family thing and you help out?
Yeah, it's a family thing, and I help out and everything. I have access to everything out there and everything. And the good thing is with not just that farm, because I have other friends out here that have farms too and everything, older breeders and everything. It kind of helps me grow as a business and with my knowledge. So it gives me access to a lot more fish. It gives me access to a lot of more breeders and a lot of ways for me to learn how to do more stuff myself. My goal in the future would like to get my own property, you know. But this summer, I'm actually getting things ready on my channel. I'm going to be doing a whole big summer segment on how to build a backyard fish farm and be able to breed for profit and be successful with a backyard fish farm. So I'm going to be doing some more breeding outside, keep doing breeding in the fish room and breeding in the farm, because I dump fry out there in the ponds too, because that's mainly what the farm is about. You just breed and start dumping a whole bunch of fry in the pond and wait a few months, and when you pull out, you got a couple thousand fish ready to go.
Gotcha. What is the lowest temperature on average? Because I know we had the blizzard here, a few weeks ago, which is an anomaly. Yeah. But what is your average low in regards to having fish year round outside?
I mean, it gets down to the 50s during the winter, or the so-called winter. How you doing, Kenny? And but the good thing is, if you're constantly running water and you running well water, your tanks will stay in the mid-70s outside.
Thank you, BJ. Thank you, Kenny. You say mid-70s?
Inside your tanks, if you're constantly running water into them from a well, from a nice well, you can keep them in low to mid-70s, constantly running water overnight when the temperature hits down to the 50s. I mean, we get like 3-4 days, it might get down to the 30s overnight. But during the day, don't forget, when the sun hits us out here, we're shooting up to the 70s, 80s, no matter what so-called winter you want to call we have,
Yeah, I want to put some tubs or something out, man. But I mean, here in Texas, we do actually have a winter, and I mean, it's bad for me to doubt myself, but I feel like I'm a little too lazy, where it's like, okay, I can leave them out there a little bit longer, before I start to have to pull everything in. I can leave them out there a little bit longer, and then a snap hit me, then I'll be out there sad and crying.
Hey,
white baby, what's wrong?
We'll remind you to go get the fish from the outside and bring them in.
Okay. I just have to make sure y'all know I put them out there, right? Stop slipping on my recording,
Oh man, I forget to record a lot. I know I should be recording a lot more myself too.
Yeah, I can honestly say, hitting the 1,000 kind of made it more real to me, and it made it look a little more real. And when I saw it coming, like when I started this Saturday stream, I saw it coming, and it started changing the way that I was thinking about doing this. So I got the idea for that stream, what I planned on using it for over there on Saturday, as well as I done talked to, I hadn't done no LFS tours or anything like that, but I done talked to my LFS. He's like, hey, just come on with your camera anytime. I'm doing things, moving a little differently than I was beforehand. Which is cool. It's cool though, but yeah, it kind of changed my way of thinking. As a matter of fact, some of those guys, that down there that's raising fish, on a farm level, if you can get me, some names or whatever, sites or something where I can maybe hit them up, because that's what I'm doing. My Saturdays is LFSs, fish farms, transshippers, people who transport like within state, stuff like that. People outside of YouTube who are very, very important to the fish hobby still, that some of us in our realm here don't even know that some of these people exist, which can help them business wise, as well as them meeting, some of my crew in here, you know what I'm saying? The connections I just see as a possible, situation that could be crazy. I remember a little while back, people speaking of transshippers and having issues, with the process and how the fish get here, and people missing steps and being lazy. I've met a few individuals here that take pride in it. That's just their thing. That's what they do. And whatever you're looking for, they can get you at some a little bit below what you consider to be standard market pricing, and still be quality. And I mean, and that's just from me getting this set up. They haven't even been on camera yet. I'm really excited about it though, man. I'm really excited about it. About it.
That's gonna be different. That's something nice and different to actually see behind the scenes of the industry, because a lot of people don't know what happens behind the scenes.
Yeah, man, because my buddy who I had on last Saturday, on my first stream, just sitting in my car talking to him, before we even did this, and I say, break down to me, the process that a transshipper goes through, because and he was telling me all, the processes and the midway point changing. Some individuals, especially depending on the distance or whatever, where you might be rebagging fish, you might be medicating, that a lot of people don't do. But some of your better ones, they care enough, to know if it's going to be X amount of hours that these fish are going to be in transit. You need to do something to bolster them back up, to finish the trip. And I was floored because I just had no clue. I hear people talking about it, because I've been doing this for like 30 some odd years, but for most of those years, I just had fish in tanks. I thought nothing about how they got to the pet store. You know what I'm saying? Nothing until the last year or so. And it was so intriguing to me. I'm like, man, I think my people need to hear this. We get so selfish with our fish fam shenanigans that we miss out on a lot. We miss out on a lot. And if I can, I want to be that catalyst for the expansion, for the blowing the walls down of what we know right now as fish tube, to spread this thing out, man. We know how close knit we are. Man, just imagine the cleaning up of the hobby, for one. If you get a lot of people, quality people in all different aspects of the hobby, all linked up, man, that you can phase out and squeeze out all of those bad apples, because somebody will already have pre-warned you. Even if you have a list, hey guys, these people, don't use them. I mean, It is what it is. We may have to sneak the list around, to keep sued for slander, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? People are spending a lot of money to get half of their order, or the order's wrong, or that's crazy.
Yeah, it's transshipping is a whole another world. Mainly what I deal with is all fish bred in the U.S. and the network of breeders that I work with are all military veterans, and the reason I kind of started doing more of the wholesaling side too was to help them out during, especially when the pandemic hit. I noticed a lot of farmers weren't doing that well, and then it helped us to get in the door again. When I noticed a lot of more Florida farmers were able to get back in the doors of stores independently from the big guys, because there is some big corporation companies out here in Florida that deal in the fish industry, but they're able to get into the door without the middleman because all the importing kind of stopped during the pandemic. So they took a little hit, but I believe more in American bred fish. I think that we don't need to be grabbing fish from the wild or importing and dealing with tons of dead fish coming in just to get a few good ones, when you got perfectly good fish being bred right here in the U.S.,
Exactly. Like most everything else we need to be buying here in the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Bob, what's happening? What's happening? Fishy Biz, what's going on, man?
We got
What's going
Biz
on
in the house.
Yeah, I had a real long, great conversation with Biz yesterday morning. Yeah, I think it was yesterday morning. Man, hey, this hobby is a beautiful thing, man. The people I've met, we take it for granted, and everything seems so cliche. I mean, but I cherish this. I cherish this, man. I cherish it. I really do. I really do. I cherish this. And I'm taking it on, whatever I can do on my end, my aspect of it. I'm taking it on my shoulders as a real thing. I mean, I'm not gonna let it get something that like consumes me and I lose the love and whatnot for this. But man, there's a lot of things, man, that we can do to make this just that much more fun, man. When we all start coming together again on these fish tour stops, man, just think about how wonderful it could be, man. You talking about melting pot, people everywhere and everybody know each other and no high capping, and that's what I'm looking forward to, man. That's what I'm looking forward to. Exchanging the cost of fish amongst us, what I'm saying, can be at a very, very flexible level where, man, we all can have, what we desired, man, and still be able to move and shake, in this hobby.
Oh yeah.
I just love it, man. I just love it, man. Mary Flynn.
Yeah. It's amazing how many people are in this hobby that we do, because to me personally, it was like I'm the crazy guy with a whole bunch of fish that likes fish. But then when I started my channel and started going to fish clubs and really being more involved in the hobby, out of the hobby, you know what I mean? Like not just dealing with the fish, but dealing with people that do the things with the fish. I noticed that, you notice, okay, I'm not the only crazy guy that has a whole bunch of fish. I'm not the only crazy guy that loves guppies. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the only crazy guy that loves angelfish. And you start meeting other people that, they doing the same thing you're doing, and you guys exchange different strands. Like these right here, you had Ricky from PB Aquatics. I got these from him.
Okay,
you know what I mean? So I got these Japanese blues from him, I probably wouldn't even had them in my tank if it wasn't for him. But when I saw them, they were nice. We exchanged, and I'm happy I did that. You know what I mean? And you get to keep meeting different people in the hobby, and that's how you're gonna get different strains of fish and learn more tricks and be more open. You know,
Yeah.
I always say YouTube is a big way of us documenting what we're doing as fish keepers, more than trying to become big stars on YouTube. I think most of us know that we're not gonna become big stars on YouTube, but it's a way for us to document some good videos of what we're doing and keep documentation forever on these different fish that we're breeding.
Most definitely.
Kick up, pick up, drill, pick up, dead Fred.
Yeah, y'all go over there and finesse and caress that like button. Yeah, how many YouTubers, fish tubers, do y'all have in Florida? Because I mean, there's some people I know, maybe 5 that I know exist.
Yeah, there's me, Father Fish, Aquafunk, RLC, Raul, and PB that I know of.
Okay.
And I'm not sure who else is in Florida is doing things on YouTube.
Gotcha. Because I'm trying to round up, like get all, because I'm slowly finding about all of the Texas, fish tubers. It's people I would see in chats, had no idea they were in Texas. Some people live close to me. I had no idea until recently, So we need to get us like a Texas coalition together. This is off the subject, but it's just something that I'm noticing right now. Have you seen jaguar cichlids eating snails?
Yeah, I seen them pick at them and mess with them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I know he has nothing else in there that he could be eating, but he's going in and then he's chewing.
Talking about snails, which tank is it? I think it's this one right above me. I had a clutch of plecos that I was growing out. So I had them all together first in one tank, and when they start getting a little bit bigger, I started separating them through tanks. And then in that tank, I ended up changing what I had on here. I can't remember what I used to have in here, but I had a whole bunch of ram snails in there. And I threw this little pleco in there. I just decided to throw the little pleco in there. I noticed the pleco was sucking the snails out of the shell. He ended up being twice the size as all his other siblings because he was in the tank alone sucking on snails.
Proteining up. Man. Oh yeah. Hey, don't take none of them for granted. Hey, he won't do. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't take none of them for granted, man. That's crazy. Because
So
I used to always wonder about. Yeah, right. I used to always wonder about like corridors and fry. Nobody. They was like, well, I hadn't seen it, but I'm like, man, it's still fish, and they move pretty fast. And I always wondered if they would eat fry, but that's that's on any of them. I wonder if they're gonna eat your fry.
Yeah, any fish can. Anything will eat another fish's fry and eggs, pretty much. That's the way I look at it. When you're breeding, it's got to keep them in just the pair alone in that tank, because the second you put something else in there, anything will eat the fry.
Right. Hey, who are you really into right now on fish tube?
Man, I kind of let's say like I watch a couple people constantly, the group, especially mainly the group that we have on Facebook that me and you were both running, the Fish Tubers United. I try to go down and watch, Biz. I try to watch your videos. I try to watch, PB, Funk, I really like watching Dexter's. You know, I've been kind of watching, just watch his stuff. But two, I've been on watching YouTube videos on the behind the scenes of YouTube, like learning your analytics and how everything works, you know, the algorithm of YouTube. So I kind of been a little bit on that right now, learning that. But I'm the type that, hey, I might miss the live stream, but I play the next day while I'm running around doing errands on the, you know, in the car and everything. I like to listen to live streams that way too. And you know, Rob got some good live stream. You got a good live stream. You know, Biz be doing a good live stream. So I just kind of, you know, been supporting the circle, the same people, you know, to support me. Kenny has a good live stream. I like watching his stuff. Ben Ochart, definitely always be watching his stuff. So I try to get to everybody's video as soon as I can. I'm that type. I never get to the thing. The day you release the video, you might not get me to watch it. I'm behind.
Right. Oh, now, Ian, you good, man. You good. Hey, better late than never. And thank you for the congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. That watch later, the watch later button, I just make a string of shows, man. And like when I'm off, because since I work 1 a.m. to 11 a.m., I don't get a chance to, you know, during that time I don't get a chance to really watch, you know, many people. YouTube will put me to sleep, you know, most of the time. But when I'm off, I just go to just run through. But you know, I have guilty pleasures, you know, that I mix in with fish too. You know, I do a lot of cryptid stuff, watching, you know, Bigfoot and Dog Man and, and stuff like that. I mix that in. But yeah, hey, appreciate you making me a moderator on Fish Tubers United. Because at first I didn't know at first, you know, and I'm like, what is this? What's going on? You know, people want to join, it's popping up. I'm like, man, what is going on? Why is it asking me? You know.
Hey, I just need another good person to just, hey, you know, give you a little control of the range. If you see some good people popping up, you know, hey, let them join. Yeah. And I mean, you kind of get the concept. We're just trying to help each other out. You're the same type of person as me on that. You know, let's help each other's channels grow. So that's the reason why I made that group. You know, it's not to be the largest group on social media. It's to have a nice tight knit group, and we're all helping each other out. You know, growing, giving each other fish advice, giving each other editing advice, you know, whatever it is, you know, but just helping each other grow as a channel and as a fish keeper.
Right. Yeah, because I scroll them and it pop up and I'm like, wait a minute, let me go see. I might go all the way to their profile. You know, let you come over here and start no riots, you know.
Well, yeah, we don't want no drama.
Yeah, sure. I'll tell you, I go over there and I check, hey, let me see what you got going on over here. Okay, now you seem like you may be kind of balanced, you know what I'm saying? Hey, did I do pretty good? I see the ring now, but I had an issue with people complaining about my light ring right in both my eyes, and it bothered people. So I'm doing my best to try
to stay out the light ring.
To try to stay out the light ring. I moved it. Like this, I'm good. If it's like this, I'm good. But I got somebody peeping at me over there. Oh, that's my daughter. Got home from work. But yeah, I mean, somebody hit me in the comments and was like, "Man, that light ring was a lot." And I'm like, "Well, what did you think about the stream? You know, that's all you got. The light ring was a lot.
The light ring."
You know, I'm like, well, thank you. I was gonna put something else in there, right? Then I went to hit delete. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll keep that in mind. You know.
Oh yeah.
It might actually bother some people like that for real. So I don't want to trigger nobody.
Oh yeah.
I worked on it. I worked on it a little bit. I'm gonna try to refine it, get it a little better. But yeah, that's cool. That's just one of those things. Hey, Fishy Biz, if you still in here, that's one of those things we were talking about. Some of the strange things that you run across, doing YouTube. You're like, for real, that's an issue for you, Okay. You could have said it a little different or better, but okay, I'm gonna receive that as a constructive criticism, I guess.
The way I look at it is you got to do these videos for you. When you do a video, do it documenting it for you, because you're not gonna please everybody.
No, not
I have people don't like my music that I put behind on some of my videos. Sometimes they say I put it too loud, or I pick too much rap music or something like that. It's me. I mean, if you enjoy watching it, cool, subscribe. If you don't, I understand. Like you're never gonna make everybody happy. You're not.
Right.
So you gotta make these videos and do these live streams, staying true to who you are.
Yeah, I learned. I'm glad I learned that early. Because I started out with people give a lot of advice. I didn't take, because I was new, so I didn't take it in, personally. But I'm a very understanding person who is hard-headed at the same time. I mean, I'm very, 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 very understanding. But I've learned that being me for the last 49 years has worked pretty well. And I've always been kind of against the grain. But people are like sheep also. So just because everybody's going that way, it don't mean that that's the way you should be going. It's just, it was easier for them to follow the next one, So I'm like, no, I've done pretty good being me. So I think I'm going to stay that way. It seemed to work pretty good. On it.
It's working.
It seemed to work pretty good. I'm not even going to trip on it, man. Not at all. Not at all.
Hey, if you can wake up in the mirror, look at yourself in the mirror, you're doing good.
Yep. No need to do no second guessing, man. Don't There was this thing where people like they say they don't want to live with regrets, and I say I kinda agree with that, only in the sense of what regrets actually do is make you reset. If you made a bad decision over here, it didn't end well, and you're foolish enough to go back to it because you didn't regret it the first time. That's insanity,
Yep.
I don't have a problem with every now and then saying, man, hey, yeah, shouldn't have done that one. I don't think I'm going that way no more, and be good with it, GRB, what's happening? Welcome in.
Hey, at least now you can say there's 1,000 people that like what you do.
Hey, right? At least once.
1,000 people.
At least once. Yeah, most definitely. Hey, humbling experience for me, man. It really was. Cause I wasn't, in my own head, I wasn't a YouTuber until here recently. Like, just having a conversation with my kids, I was like, man, I'm an actual YouTuber. When a few youngsters that work at the fish store up the street from here, actually, sub to me and watch my channel, it started to click. Like, man, you're doing this real. It's not like when you first started out. You actually, people know who you are, man. There's a little more responsibility, connected to it, and it's cool. It's actually pretty cool once I came to that, that realization. It's a trip. I was telling my son earlier, I asked him, I said, he's 20. I say, have you heard the term, I don't know what to do with my hands? He was like, yes, sir, I heard of that. I say, well, that's how I'm feeling, but it has nothing to do with my hands like right now. It was still sinking in, I was like, is YouTube gonna let that let that number stay up there? You know,
Mhm.
and I was trying to soak in, but I didn't want to, I didn't want to just totally embrace it because I'm like, I may wake up tomorrow morning and it'd be like 9:35 or 9:50, but I'm a whole lot better with it now, man. I'm a whole lot better with it. But yeah, I was like, man, I don't know. I don't know. But it's cool, man. It's cool for real.
Yeah, it's a good feeling when you get to that 1,000. It's a big milestone. So
Yep. But like somebody asked me, well, what's your next uh milestone you're shooting for? And I was like, really? I mean, monetization is nice, but I know what that entails in a sense of it's not what people when they first come into YouTube, it's not what you think it is. But I I was looking forward to like tabs and going live from YouTube, like those little things that open up. You know what I'm saying? I said, because the money, I said, I understand how that works, and I'm not a big video maker. I'm not a long video maker, so I don't hinder myself with the watch hour scenario. Because I know my reality in that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's some of those little things that can really work with what I do. So that community tab, I'm always trying to tell somebody something, and that community tab makes it a whole lot simpler than me having to film a whole video and upload it.
oh yeah.
So yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Sharing out people, people that I know, some of the youngsters that I like that had on the show, and you got 50 subs. This video here is pretty good though. I want to let somebody know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like right here on YouTube, whereas I have to use Facebook now pretty much as an avenue, or make a video about them in order for me to share it on YouTube. And that's too much, that's too much.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that community tab is pretty handy. It's a pretty handy tool that they added to it. I just don't get why they're making you wait to get 1,000 for it. I think it should have been available for everybody. I think I hope people get to the 1,000 faster, but
maybe that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what it was. They tried to get real smart.
Oh yeah.
Tried to get real smart. Hey.
Yeah.
What? Right now, because I really like this question. What fish would you own? What fish would you own that you can't own technically? And but you still try to own it?
I would love to have. There's two dream fish that I can't have. I would love to do monster tank, and I can't have monster fish. And it's kind of the opposite of what I like to do. But I like the red Asian arowana and some giant snakeheads. I would love to do either one in a tank. Some giant snakeheads I think will be amazing to do in a big old monster tank. But can't do it. And no, I wouldn't be able to do it. I would not do it illegally. It would jeopardize a lot of things going on.
Hey, it just felt good rolling off the tongue to ask it, But
yeah, I know. Some people will hide it. I mean, there's people out there that do it.
See, it's crazy. Like when you're like me, and see Texas, they say everything is bigger in Texas. The crazy thing about being in Texas when it comes to like native fish is, for some reason, we ended up with like bland fish. I mean, you go right up right up the road to Louisiana, going the other way, you got your least killifish and your golden top minnows, and if you go the other way, border toward going into Mexico, you got some colorful fish, but just right here in Texas in our natural waterways, you're just kind of stuck. You have to go buy stuff. And I was like, man, if I was in Florida, it would be real hard. It would be real hard on me, man. It would be hard.
The crazy thing is the amount of invasive species we have down here, man. We have so much invasive species. It's ridiculous what you find out here sometimes. You go down to one of these little canals and everything, thinking you're gonna find some nice wild mollies or something. Next thing you know, you're pulling out some jewel cichlids, or you're pulling out some black belt cichlids, or you hit the right spot. Next thing you know, you hit a little pond full of Oscars. There's ponds out here full of Oscars, ponds full of Mayan cichlids. We got common people running the river. I don't know, you saw the video I did about the arapaima that they found in one of the rivers here in Florida.
Yep, I saw it.
You got snakeheads, you got viejas in different areas. You start finding so many invasive stuff. I mean, you could fill up a whole store.
Yeah, man. Saw the clown. Look, I saw a clown knife pond, or lake.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was like almost 3 feet long clown knives, and the wild Oscars. And I'm like, man. Yes, it would be hard. The me right now, it would be hard for. But I guess if I was born and raised in Florida, no, probably wouldn't be. Because it would be normal to me. But like Texas me, you'll be watching the videos like, man, a guy caught a snakehead today that was, I want to get the number right. I want to say it was like 18 pounds. Because I mean, I know it was 3 feet or more. It was huge. It was huge. And he caught it in Florida. It was huge.
Oh yeah.
It had the snake, the snake patterning, talking about not just snake head, the colors down the body, and I'm sitting there looking at it like, man, he put it in his live well, right? So I know you're supposed to kill it or put it back. He put it in his live well, and I'm like, he didn't say what he did with it, but they put it in the live well.
Oh yeah, some people will keep them. Some people will keep them.
And they have so many, like in Japan and stuff, all the different types. I watch those videos. It's one little guy, he goes out fishing for him, and he catches, you name the color, he's caught them, just out in the wild. It's crazy to me, man, crazy. So as far as being that you have so many invasive species down there, can anybody even make money with them down there? Because it seems like the market would be watered down. Not the illegal, like the illegal stuff, but like the stuff that we go to the store and buy here.
No, because most people that go to the store, they want to get that little Oscar and grow him out and everything. Most people don't go to the store and be like, oh yeah, I want that big old Oscar you got in there. Some more deep hobbyists will collect or even go to the store and buy the bigger ones and stuff like that. But no, I mean the store business, they still booming. They still making money. I mean, even though there's some invasive species out there, a lot of people are not gonna go into the waterways and go collect it.
Right.
Now to get to those fish, a lot of people in Florida, we ain't gonna get close to the water and mess with any gators or python. You know, we ain't gonna collect it.
Okay, I got you.
Stay there. I go to the store and go buy one.
I got you. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I got you. No, Bob.
You know,
Bob, I don't know if there's any invasive species here, man. I'm telling you, Texas is like, I wish for some invasive species, you know, to add to the. I mean, we have invasive stuff, you know, you got invasive plants, you know, choking out the waterways. But as far as fish and stuff like that, not really. I haven't heard of anybody catching any snakeheads here. Closest we have to that is bowfin, but you don't find them everywhere. They're not overrunning anything. Carp, we have carp, but the carp are you don't find a lot of carp. Like something is keeping all of that in check. You know, I don't know if our black bass, maybe they're keeping them in check. You know, but you know our largemouth bass and our crappie and your bluegills and the warmouths, and they're pretty standard. They're holding their own real good. You don't tend to catch anything outside of that. Your catfish, your channel cat, mud cat, yellow cat. The big lakes, you get stripers, striped bass, and white bass. Yeah, you don't see much of anything outside of that. I
got any gamboozas? You got any
Yeah,
gamboozas? Gamboozas. What about selfie mollies? You guys got them in Texas? No.
I'm telling you, it's boring.
How did it skip Texas? I mean, you get them all through Mexico and everything. Skips you, goes to Louisiana, comes out to Florida.
Man, you get okay. You know, there's a darter. There's a little darter. Mad Tom catfish. You know what that is? We have little Mad Tom catfish. You really don't see them much, but back in my high school days, when I used to go out and just run up and down the creek and run stuff into my net, you know, and put in my tanks at home, we had them then. But we had gambusia, but you don't have like any of the melanistic. Like it's just your regular gray gambusia. No excitement, man. You hope to catch a baby black bass or some perch. You know, that's all you get. You don't see nothing outside of that, man.
You should do a black bass tank.
Now, they are pretty cool, though. They are pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, they are pretty cool. You know, but Florida, man, you know. You know, I guess that's why it's like I don't get out there, man. Let me give me some bluegill in here, you know, and some largemouth. Cause I'm watching all these fish tubers and stuff in Florida, and it's like I'm over here like this.
Mad.
Yeah, I gotta go to the store, you know. I have to go to the store. I can't do nothing. Hey, we have water. We have water everywhere. I live on Langham Creek, right here up the road. I got a lot of mud. I got a lot of mud in these tanks from that creek. No fish. Mud and worms. No fish. Nothing interesting. That's crazy though. That's crazy too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like Maple Street. Maple Street has a lot of native fish in his tanks, you know, at home. I mean, the variations, you know, that they have, you know, access to, man, we're not even close. Patrick Hardy says yes. Well, Patrick, man, tell me where these self-film outlets are so I can find some. I have not ran up on those in my 49 years at all. Other than the ones I have in my garage. Yeah, please, Patrick, let me know, because I will go get some tomorrow. Make me a special trip.
Do I need to mail some to you? Do I need to mail you some wild self-fin mollies?
Hey, you might have to, because I have some store-bought ones right now. But I really like those the grayish self, wild self-fin and those goldish colors. Adrian Hernandez on his
Mm-hmm.
on his Facebook page, he goes out, he collects. He's known for the endlers, but he collects a whole lot of native, mollies and stuff, out there that I look at all the time. And he keeps a few groups where you can actually order them from him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I need to know what mine are, man. I do. I need to know. Because okay, Bob is asking them, are they brackish or tidal? Now, if they're on the coast, it could be possible. Because Galveston, I probably have gone to Galveston, even though I'm in Texas, I probably gone to Galveston once in my life. And I didn't even think about like looking for nothing in the water. So that's possible.
Mm-hmm. They could be brackish in you.
Yeah, I need to look into that. Greens Bayou, Sims Bayou, and Buffalo Bayou. Okay. All right. Yeah, I need to do that. Yeah, I really like self-fin mollies, man. I really do.
Oh yeah, they're nice.
I really do. They open that big old top fin up, man. Oh man, it ain't much better. It's not much better than that. So well, I don't know if I want to ask that. Okay. I'll change the way I ask this question. Do you watch like the catch 'em alls and stuff like that, channel?
Yeah, I have. I like, Catch 'em All. I used to watch a little bit of his stuff, Yeah, I mean, I do watch some of that stuff here and there. If I could get to it,
Yeah.
Not all the time. It's not something I search all the time for. But sometimes it's pretty cool to watch some of the stuff that they're catching out here.
Yeah, your Paul Cafaros and whatnot. Yeah, because there's a big difference, like the disparity in how popular those types of fish. Because I have to say it right, fish channels. I guess I call it a fish channel.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to like how we do them. It's just crazy to me, because I'm more interested in the hobbyist, real true hobbyist side. To me, seem like should be more popular, but I guess that's not exciting to some people.
No, because that's more of a fishing channel instead of a fish channel. They're more about the whole catch of fish, and that's more popular than the hobby of fish keeping. So
yeah,
that's the reason why they do a lot better on YouTube, just because you got a lot more people that are into the sport of fishing compared to the hobby of fish keeping.
Griffin, welcome. Plug in my iPad. It's about to shut down on me. All right, we hit the hour mark. I got a piece of steak.
Man.
I got a piece of steak waiting on me now.
Oh yeah, and it's pretty late over here in Florida right now.
Yeah. And you had told me earlier, you was a little tired.
Oh yeah.
You have anything you want to, summarize? Any information pertaining to you and what you have going on that you want to, to tell everybody?
No, just keep supporting each other and everything. That's a big thing, keep supporting everybody's channels, everybody's live streams and stuff. I appreciate everybody that hit that subscribe button. And yeah, right now I got my website up and running again. I'm starting to do shipping again. So people that have been waiting on me to be shipping again, I'm back up and running doing shipping. And on Instagram, I'm throwing a little special. I'm doing like 2 Amazon swords and 2 Bacopa plants for $25. That includes shipping and everything. Biz just released a video and everything about it.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that. I was just going to ask you.
So yeah, I got the plants. I got some plants out there for sale, and I got plenty of fish. And just be patient on the website. I'm learning that aspect. I've been doing this all myself. So sometimes there's not pictures because I haven't had time to put the picture up and stuff. But you always see videos. I'm always been doing the shorts on my channel and everything, kind of showing how the fish look on there. So you kind of could look at the shorts and go to the website and order anything if you like. And always message me if you want to. I mean, I'm always open. Royal Fish Aquatic on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Gmail, whatever. It's all the same.
All right. Most definitely. Big Easy, what's going on? We're about to head out the door, Big Easy, but thank you for coming in. Mad Cat 61207. First time seeing you. Who is Elon M? Elon M. I'm about to search Elon M.
Oh, you got. I didn't even get to see most of the chat today.
Elon Musk? No, probably not Elon Musk. But yeah, you know, my phone is normally on that ring light. It has a hold on it, and it's turned the other way. So I see the chat a little better up there, whereas I have a little piece of it though right here. So I'm actually seeing the real-time aspect of the chat better, but it's short. There's only like 5 people that I can see at a time on there.
Okay.
But yeah, we had a good night tonight. Hey, I think we got up to 50 people in chat earlier. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, y'all. Thank you. Carlos, man, I'm gonna have you back on. Cause
Anytime.
you know, especially once you get your website up and firing on all cylinders and everything, man. We're gonna have to chop that on up again some more. Man, Cat got really bad at.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure. Mad Cat got really mad at my line lead. Oh, does Mad Cat work with you or something? Is that what it is? You told me a line lead at work. I don't know. Maybe I done got into somebody's conversation over here. I don't know what's going on. Casual Aquatics, hello. No problem, Bob. No problem. Oh, Patrick Hardy say, do you have any of those lessers, killifish, living live bearers? Least killifish live bearers. I have some too, actually, in this tank right here behind my head. So I guess he said, are you selling any least killifish?
No killifish right now.
Yeah, I have some right here behind my head. Man, I found a Florida flagfish in a feeder tank in my LFS the other day.
Hey.
And I got it for 10 cents.
That's a deal, you see?
Hey, that's how I got into least killifish. Because we carry just the feeder guppies, you know, the little wild types. So, you know, I'll go 2 years ago when I started out, I had just wild guppies in totes, you know, just, you know, letting them breed and everything, thinking I was going to make some money with them because I thought they were endless until, you know, after a while, I learned the difference between the two. But I was just looking at this one little fish for like 2 weeks. It never left. So I asked one day, man, what kind of fish is that? I don't know. You know, we get these fish in from Florida, and they have them outside. They're breaking it down to me. They have them outside in these ponds, you know, and sometimes you get native fish in with them, especially if you have a high rain or whatever. So I was like, well, let me get it. Took a picture of it and put it on a Facebook group. And somebody, you know, told me what it was immediately. Man, I ordered me some, and I've had them now for a year. Yeah, I really liked them. So every day I go in, I'm looking in the feeder tank, like, okay, what y'all got in there now? You can get the swordfish. I don't know if they were pineapple swords. The ones that are more wildish looking, like the silver body, a slight orangish line, and maybe a black line on them. Those will show up in the feeder tank for 10 cents. You know, that flagfish, I had to put it, I posted it on YouTube, and somebody told me what it was. Some of the Florida guys chimed in and told me what it was. And my hair algae is disappearing in that tank. But yeah, that's pretty cool though. But yeah, thank you. Hey, and it was little. And in the 2 weeks, man, it's almost doubled in size. But I have hair algae everywhere, so I move him around. You never have to go without. But yeah, bro, thank you for coming in. Hey, y'all, we finna get up out of here. Thank y'all for coming through. Remember, tomorrow, 1:30 Central, which will be 2:30 Eastern, I have a live stream. And it's Pat's Fish Tanks, I think. It's going to be on tomorrow. We're going to see what we can do. Chevy Fish. Thanks for the stream and congrats again. Thank you. Thanks, Carlos. Thanks, Mars, Lurkers, and chat. Stay safe, everyone. All right, Steel. Y'all be good. Thank you, Patrick. Love each other and love your fish. Y'all be good. We out.